So my game crash gave the game mutator settings, but apparently when I disconnected, it was 1-0. So they're both trying to snipe the red team. So what's going to happen is Paschy's going to give Taurex a 1-0 lead, because when I disconnected, Taurex had a 1-0 lead. But this time at least we don't have any mutator settings. There's a glitch, I think, that if you change mutator settings and then you disconnect, then you come back in, it doesn't save the fact that you didn't have, or that you had mutator settings off. But what's happening right now is we started again because I disconnected, and when I disconnected, Taurex was winning 1-0. So they're just going to reset the game at 1-0 and play on. Oh dear, Taurex is just dominating kickoffs, and
Hey,
we're going to watch this one from Paschy.
Just want you to say, back up Gribber, thanks.
What? Not your biggest fan. Backup Gribber. What? Oh my word. Paschy's getting rinsed in kickoffs. Paschy's just thinking to himself right now, what on earth do I do? Because he's losing every kickoff. But if you look at how he's approaching the ball, it's just because he's not hitting the ball dead center from goal side. He needs to hit the ball goal side, dead center. He's too much on the side of the ball, so he's just going to keep losing kickoffs. This is still pretty brutal because usually, even if you're doing not the greatest kickoffs, your opponent will probably not be able to execute perfectly. But unfortunately for Paschy, Taurex has one of the best kickoffs in the world. He's up there with Scrubkilla in that regard, and Marky Duda as well. But Paschy finally getting a chance to take a shot. That's a really bad save by Taurex, but a good recovery. Okay, well, it was a good recovery till he missed the ball. It was a bad initial save here. Should be hitting that across his goal. Then he got up again, but he accidentally didn't hit the ball. He meant to double jump and pop it a second time, but he just jumped over it. Let's see if Paschy can get goal side. That's better. So right there, he's just perfectly goal side. His flip was a tiny bit late. He nearly flipped too late. Taurex opting for a rush strategy. Notice last time Taurex backed off and shadowed all the way to his goal. This time he rushes in. He's mixing up his defense pretty well. You never want to become too predictable in your defense, because if you do, your opponent will just be able to adapt to what you're doing and figure you out. Right there, Paschy just took a really wide line. Left his net wide open. Oops, I right-clicked by mistake. That's probably a goal. Good jump by Paschy. He noticed that Taurex was just a little bit too far away from the ball. Taurex opting to pressure the ball, even though he has a low boost. But if you do that, you really have to pressure, like, actually pressure the ball by hitting it. You can't just be there. I imagine Taurex didn't think the ball was going to bounce up quite that high. Paschy getting the boost steal, that's very important. That's interesting. Usually in that position, what would happen is the player who collects the boost from his opponent's corner would then dribble the ball down the line and take all the boost, just try and create space behind him. But Paschy making a little bit of an adaptation there by just, backflipping, trying to hit the ball over Taurex. But Taurex was, he was kind of ready for it. He was in a good enough position to deal with that. Good job by Taurex. I was thinking Paschy might make it back for that one, but Taurex actually getting it in. It's a good challenge and good finish. Taurex actually finishing that one into the net with ball cam on. He just knew where the goal was. Good mental representation of the pitch for Taurex. That was pretty smart right there. Taurex, he went for a low 50-50 because he saw Paschy was jumping up high preemptively to try and predict where Taurex would pop the ball. But then Taurex just hit it underneath him, or tried to hit it underneath him. It didn't work that time, but it's a pretty smart thing to do. If you see your opponent jumping high into a challenge, and you just force it underneath them, it's a very good thing to do. These boys have been pretty even. It looks like Paschy's had the edge in the aerial battle so far, though. That's a very good finish by Paschy as well. It's it is an open net, but as far as open nets go, it's one of the more difficult ones, because he could have screwed up that bounce shot, trying to hit it with the side of his car. I would probably have screwed that one up. Paschy got the boost. That's huge, actually, because now he'll get possession as well. So right here, what Paschy's trying to do is he's just trying to get the ball bouncing, because if the ball's bouncing, it's a lot more dangerous for Taurex to challenge him. If Paschy just rolls the ball forward, Taurex has a very easy challenge. Okay, that was a good fake challenge there by Paschy. He just drove forward a little bit to make Taurex jump. Not the greatest shot by Paschy by any means, because he's just overcommitted completely, hitting the ball straight at the goalkeeper and landing pretty much in the goal. Definitely not what you want to be doing. What up, Avatar Lucy? How you doing? But yeah, this is game 1 between Paschy and Taurex. We had a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning. First my game crashed, and then when I came back in I accidentally started the game with mutator settings. What a save by Taurex, no way! Actually getting it out with the post pinch, Paschy trying to recover it and put it in, but Taurex was too quick. That was a fantastic save by Taurex. Game getting a little bit shaky there. I'm dropping some frames in the game here. Not dropping any on OBS, thankfully. So I think Mike can be number 1 in ones. He needs to get a better kickoff, and I think his challenges in the midfield need to improve as well. But he definitely has the ability. He has the natural talent and the work ethic. He just needs to apply his mind, figure out what to do better. Paschy actually launching Taurex by accident. There's still plenty of time for Paschy to get some goals here. Taurex quite happy to defend though, it seems. He's playing extremely passive in defense. That was a good try by Paschy. I like what he tried to do there. Get to the side of the ball in the air dribble. There we go. So Taurex eventually getting boost starved. This is why taking shots at the opponent's goal is often better than air dribbling it. There we saw the air dribble work really well because Paschy was able to not air dribble and land his car into the opposition net, but he actually landed his car perfectly on the wall and recovered quickly. So a fast recovery from an air dribble really increases the the potential of the aforementioned. We just saw Paschy, by the way. He won a kickoff, but he's so surprised that he actually won a kickoff that he missed the open net on the kickoff goal. He does get the equalizer though. Well done to him. Coming back from an early loss. Post on YouTube when I stream. How do I do that? How do I do that? Oh, Paschy's actually made the comeback happen. Well done. I think Taurex is too close when he's shadowing there. That's the second time that he's been too close while shadowing in this series. He's lost a couple of goals because of that. If he's going to try and shadow Paschy, he has to be afraid of Paschy's popped shots. I did just tweet that I'm live because I forgot that I forgot to tweet on Aways. Okay, Taurex might have a chance here. Power slide around the ball. Oh, he's done it! He didn't need the rebound at all. Well done. Notice Taurex getting a good angle on this by power sliding around it to put it behind Paschy. Very, very well done. Why YouTube when you can tweet? I just did tweet. Make a video like 10 seconds? Nah, I just tweeted. Oh my word, can Paschy do it? Nope. Okay. 7-all in game 1. Pretty hype. Paschy said the lion's share of pressure, but a couple of, or 3 kickoff goals to begin with. No, I don't know, 3, at least 2. Can Taurex get it in? Yep, this is very scoreable if he executes. Well done. Good demo at the end there. Well done. Well done. Taurex taking game 1. He got a nice lead with some kickoff goals. Paschy had to forge a comeback, and he managed to do it. But taking it to overtime was all he was able to do. Taurex actually getting the win in the end. It was a very good game though. It's interesting to watch players who like to play dribbly style, grounded gameplay. Did Taurex see the fake kickoff or was that chance? Either way, like Paschy likes to do the fake kickoff here, so he'll just not drive into the ball on the diagonal kickoff. He'll just instead, drive forward a little bit and then drive back to his goal. Usually collect the possession. Oh no way! Another demo by Taurex. I don't know how much of this one was deliberate and how much was just because Paschy flipped in front of him. Either way, Taurex had a massive advantage here. Oh no, it's deliberate. Well done by Taurex. Very well done. Of course, Mocket EU are extremely famous for their demos. Paschy getting manhandled here by Taurex Rex. Oh my goodness. I know Taurex Rex might not be a well-known player for a lot of you, especially my American viewers, but he's a Norwegian player, an extremely good 1v1 player, and also, you know, just a good Rocket League player in general. He's currently number 2 in the ranked ladder, and he's been a permanent feature of like top 10 for the longest time. A very good player is Taurex. This is a very nice finish by Paschy. I actually want to watch this one, because watch what he does. He gets to the side of the ball and just places it. Even though Taurex was facing that corner, he still got it past him. But it looks like, as far as styles go, Taurex is the more defensive, counter-attacky player, and Paschy is the more aggressive player, looking to dictate the play, control the ball, and outplay his opponent on his way to the goal. Taurex looking to wait for a mistake from Paschy and pounce. And Taurex's kickoff is very good, very well done. He's just got such a solid contact on this ball. Wow, just straight in the middle of the ball. He's hitting it dead center every time. Paschy needing to improve on that in that regard. That time Paschy just flipped really late. It's a nice outcome though. The ball just kind of falling down on his head. Goomba stomping him. Paschy opting to turn around here. That's interesting. Not all players would have done this. If you turn around there, you have to make a challenge. You can't just sit there and wait in the net. It's almost like you have to challenge. But that seems to be what Paschy's going for. If Taurex realizes there that Paschy's turned around, he can try and put the ball high to make it awkward for him. Oh, that should have been a goal. Taurex not getting the near post shot that he needed. Can you be my friend and play with you? Probably not, because there's just too many people asking me to play games. I can't play with everybody. That's just the way it is when you get a solid viewership. So notice Paschy just refusing to give Taurex any space. He doesn't want to give Taurex the room to maneuver. Good 1v1 players will always back off, will always pressure the ball when they can. And we saw an aerial there from Paschy because Taurex was actually pretty boost starved. Taurex, even if he did get the save, would not have been in a good position. That's a good save by Taurex. Paschy with a nice roll up the wall. But as I was saying previously, we wouldn't have seen that aerial from Paschy if Taurex was on full boost, because then we would have had a situation where Taurex might get the save, recover, and counter-attack. But to do that, of course, you'd need more than 30 boost. You need pretty close to 100 to get like aerial up in the air, boost back down quickly, and then use more boost to get the ball into the net. Look at this counter-attacking style by Taurex. It seems to be working. Paschy overextending once again. Oh, hey Kim, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. But yeah, it's similarly to game 1, we're seeing a lot of shots coming out from Paschy. This time Paschy with a demo, well done. Taurex, could he have done anything about this one? There's not much he can do, honestly. He just really has to see that coming and jump over Paschy. And even if he jumps over Paschy, he's going to have a long recovery time. Paschy will probably get the boost. It's not a good situation to be in. Good spacing by Paschy. Very well done. Notice Paschy, what he does well here is he turns. He's always closer to the ball than Taurex is. Taurex has to close the distance. So what does Paschy do? He waits until the last second and then puts it past Taurex. Excuse me, I'm trying to not to sneeze. Oh dear. There we go. So I'll sneeze as Taurex scores that goal. Paschy being a bit cheeky here, going for his fake kickoff, but Taurex spotted it. Looks like Paschy turned around too soon, and Paschy wasn't ready to make the save, either too soon or too late. Had Paschy turned around sooner, he would have been able to make that save, but because he turned around too late, he wasn't. You guys like that sneeze? That was a pretty good one. I didn't miss the mute button, I just left it. I was like, I'm just gonna sneeze in the microphone. Sometimes I mute, but that time I was like, nah. Is this another kickout goal for Paschy? 2 in a row potentially? Indeed it is. Taurex really needed to meet this ball when it bounced and try and put it wide of his own net. I don't know why he flipped past it. Let's see. Okay, well, he just flipped too far. He just flipped too far. He had to try and flip into the ball as soon as it landed. That was really the only way that he could prevent a goal right there. Am I prospect? No. Not prospect. Good aerial challenge again. Paschy's won pretty much every aerial challenge this series. How do you get better at flying? You practice. Okay, Paschy was going for a demo right there. It didn't make that much of a difference because Taurex is going to appear in the corner anyway with full boost. It's a decent shot by Paschy. What he's trying to do there is just put the ball in an awkward position for Taurex to save, putting it near post. If he put it into the far post, which would have been top right from his perspective, he would have given Taurex the opportunity to lunge across his goal, and the ball would have just naturally cleared itself with Taurex's hit. This isn't the best offensive play by Taurex, so he's not gonna be very happy with this use of possession. He's kind of given up the ball, and now Paschy, with a 3-goal lead, can just wait for him to come and force an awkward challenge. Oh, he tried to get the turtle goal, but he couldn't get it that time. Autism, you're nearly right. You're nearly right. I'm Rising Star in 1v1 and 2v2. Challenger Elite in 3, Solo Standard, and All-Star. No, and Shooting Star in 3v3. So you were nearly right, but you were wrong on 3 of them. Just by a little bit. So yeah, right here, Taurex, he's just trying to go for a goal, but he completely mishits it. That's why those kind of off-the-wall hits are a bit risky. Or aerials generally. If you miss in 1v1 with an aerial or a wall shot, your opponent is probably scoring on the counter attack every single time. Oh, Paschy going for another demo. Very cheeky. He can kind of do what he wants here. The game is almost certainly over at this point. But, like I was saying, aerials and wall shots, very risky. They open up your net and give away possession if you miss. But with Taurex being down by 4 goals at the time, you can kind of understand why he's doing it. He's trying to get a goal back. So that you can get another kickoff, which is always a chance to get some goals rolling. If you can get kickoffs happening, like right now he got a chance, this could be a goal for Taurex if he gets a really solid kickoff. He didn't on this occasion. I feel like Taurex actually just goes for the exact same kickoff strategy as Scrubkilla, but he opts to push the ball across the pitch rather than hook the ball around into his side of the pitch. So it's the same strategy, but he just forces the ball to the left instead of the right most of the time. So are they going to help each other score? I'm not sure. I think Taurex might have actually tried to save that. You can't hear me? You think I'm muted? No, it's you that has the audio issues, my friend. It is you. So 1-1 in games. Paschy really out-pressuring Taurex that game. Taurex wants a chance on orange team. He's gonna maybe have to race Paschy for it though. Let's see. Oh, Paschy takes orange yet again! Brutal! Taurex just wanting 1 game on orange. He wants his Brazil car, but he's gonna have to he's forced to use the green car instead, which I do actually like the green car. It's a decent car. My mic is muted? No, it isn't. You can't fill me. I just look at OBS once and I see my microphone slider activating and I know that you're all trying to fool me. You think I'm stupid? Do you think I was born yesterday? Taurex trying to force Paschy to do something here, but Paschy just really not biting. If we look at this from Paschy's eyes, that turn right there by Taurex, that would have made a couple of other people bite and they would have jumped. But right there, Paschy, he knows that Taurex is just going to keep shadowing and he carries the ball into the top of the net. Cam is muted. You guys are unbelievable. But yeah, Taurex definitely opting for a shadowing style with counterattacks focused. And if he doesn't change, he needs to change it up a little bit. I think he just needs to rush the ball a bit more because Paschy's figured that one out. He's got a good read on Taurex's defense at the moment, but Taurex could change that. He's a very smart player. I like how Paschy reversed into the 12 boost pad in net right there. Not the greatest clear by Paschy. He could have got much more distance on that one, but he's going to get a second touch, so it's okay. Taurex didn't get a read on his clear. Paschy's going to turn here. Yeah, Paschy's pretty much turning at the earliest opportunity every time. Taurex is going to have to start hitting the ball earlier and take more shots if he wants to counter this style. It's basically both players are defending completely differently. Taurex is opting to back off more. And Shadow, that's... Oh my goodness, Paschy forcing Taurex to hit the ball the wrong way. That was pretty good by Paschy. He jumped over Taurex's demo attempt purely with the sound cue. But again, we're seeing Taurex backing off a lot. Paschy trying to demo him. He doesn't want to use too much of his boost though. Well done by Taurex. So this time he just hits the ball earlier. He knows that Paschy's going to challenge him at the earliest possible moment. So right here, he bounces the ball once. Paschy straight away tries to come in for the challenge, but Taurex knows that Paschy's going to turn, so he pops it a second time. Who do I think is the best Rocket League player? I think the only players in that conversation at the moment are probably Marky Cox and Remco. But there's lots of players who can get back into that conversation. It'll be very interesting to see how the LAN goes. That's really going to determine who the best player is. Oh, the mind games! Paschy completely getting Taurex with this one. Taurex, I don't know why he didn't just flip into the ball though. At this moment, look, we have both players completely opposite sides of the ball, so if at that moment Taurex just flips into the ball, there's no way that Paschy can get it past him with faking it or manipulating the ball. That's a massive win though. Getting a mind game in 1v1 is a huge mental victory. This is a good chance for Taurex to shoot. Not the best shot though. Paschy made it pretty clear that he was going to go grab the boost in the corner. And Taurex had a chance to shoot into the open net, but his shot just wasn't good enough. Do donations take longer for USD to GBP? I don't know what you mean. Longer? What do you mean? Facecam is beautiful, thanks Kim. Your facecam is beautiful. Oh, well done. Taurex actually getting a nice finish here. Let's see if Paschy could have done any better here. I mean, that hit was a bit of a giveaway of possession. That's the real problem that Paschy has. And then as far as like defending that pop, he just didn't get up early enough. He maybe didn't think Taurex was going to jump a second time. Stocky, thanks for the host, man. Hope you had a good stream. I'm not sure. Did he win the tournament? I saw you were winning Zotac with Marky and Heavy. You guys look to be playing pretty well. How did it finish? How did it finish? I have a crush on Kim. I mean, who doesn't? Just look at her Instagram. Full of people crushing on her. You played Taurex twice this morning. You got wrecked. Taurex shadowing extremely closely again, which means he can't get a good clear on this ball. What a recovery though. I really feel Taurex needs to shadow a little bit further away. If he's not planning to challenge the ball, there's no reason to be that close, and you can't really react. It's like human reaction time prevents you from responding to what your opponent does at that close distance. Paschy just completely whiffing that challenge. You know, Taurex didn't really have to do anything. He just saw Paschy whiffing and he's like, oh, cool. That's a nice copy pasta. I think both players are kind of leveling out their styles though. Like I said before, we had Paschy being extremely aggressive, challenging at the earliest possible moment. We had Taurex backing off and recovering and trying to play a counter-attacking and reactive style. And now both players are trying to kind of take a little bit of each other's style and apply it to their own game. Which is kind of what happens in 1v1. It's like a game of chess. One player will make a small adaptation, the other player has to make their own adaptation to counter that, and so on and so on. Yo, Gregan, thanks for the host, dude. Hope you had a good stream. And hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. This is a very, very close game. The closest that we've seen, in fact. Although, like, game 1... was 2 goals difference, and this has now become a 2-goal game. But this game looks closer to me, just because both of the players are trying to adapt. You're gonna catch some Pokemon, Gregan. Nice, dude. What level are you in Pokemon? I'm level 10. I'm getting there. I've got a 500 Hypno. That's my highest Pokemon. I haven't evolved him at all, though. I mean, I haven't powered him up at all. I'm saving all my dust, or whatever it's called. And I haven't gone to any gyms, because all the gyms in my area are just ridiculous. Okay, that's another game for Taurex though. It looks like he definitely made the adaptation necessary to counter this aggression by Paschy. There was a couple of goals that Taurex got in that game into an empty net because Paschy was challenging and Taurex was just outplaying him. Something that we didn't see in the previous games. Most of the goals in previous games, we had Taurex just waiting until Paschy overextends and then he rolls it into the open net. You got a 420 goal bat. Never powered that one up, Kim. Never power it up. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, Taurex sniped the... He got it. He got his Brazil car just like he wanted. This is actually a pretty cool car. I like that. Hold on.
Here is some money for your rent. Keep up the good work and have a good time at the LAN TRRLMFW.
TurlMFW, what is that? What emote is that? Thanks, dude. I really appreciate the 420. LAN's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. We're actually leaving in just over a week. It's crazy. That was a nice power slide by Paschy, by the way. He just took Taurex out of the game with a quick slide. Quick turn. It doesn't look to be a good kickoff though. You can tell it's already going to be bad. In fact, it's so bad that it's turned good again. He's hit the ball so badly that it's rolled right across the net and come back into his control. That's some decent play by Paschy. He's completely boost starved though. So he's going for pinch clears because pinches are really the only way that you can get massive momentum on the ball without boost or actual, momentum on your car to transfer into the ball. Is Taurus Brazilian? No, Taurex is... Well, I'm calling him Taurex. Right now he's using the name Taurus Rex, but his usual alias is Taurex. So Taurex is usually the name he goes by. But he's moved the EX to the next word. Excuse me looking at the scoreboard. Another great power slide goal by Paschy. We'll watch it in the replay since I didn't give it justice. That's some fantastic ball control. Getting around it very, very easily. But yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to the LAN. About this time next week, we will have hopefully me, Marky Duda, and Mike Rules on my stream. That'll be on the 30th of July. I'm hoping to stream from my place with Marky Duda and Mike Rules, because we're all going to be in Glasgow on the Saturday the 30th, and then we're going to go through to Edinburgh on the 31st and fly out to LA together. But Saturday should be a lot of fun. Mike's going to land in Glasgow on Saturday morning, and we're going to go meet him, get some breakfast, and then go play mini golf. Not even kidding, we're going to go play mini golf. Then we're maybe going to go to a pub and play Tiddlywinks. We've got it all planned out. We've got big plans. And then yeah, we're going to come back to mine and stream. Probably. This is like the tentative plan. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be good. You're envious, Gregan. You should have planned this. You were too late on the plan beginning. I think you could have got there if you started arranging it earlier. Started trying to save up. I don't know if that's the reason you can't go. Good save by Taurex. Fast recovery also. I know that Gregan, for you and Shogun, you weren't sure if it was worth it, but yeah, it's a shame that you probably won't be going. I was throwing serious shade at Paschy, saying how if Paschy wins 2 matches and loses 8, he'll upload the 2 wins. Yeah, that's just the Paschy way. He uploads his wins. That's just what he does. It's a pretty smart business decision. Makes people think that you're better than you actually are. So it just depends what he wants to do. Does he want people to think that he's the best player? Probably, that's what he wants. So he'll just upload his wins, especially wins against other high-profile players. That's a nice aerial by Paschy. Oh, Taurex is completely too close to the ball and facing the wrong direction. Stream mini golf. We're actually hoping to. Mike or me, we're probably going to try and stream the mini golf on our phones. That should be funny. We'll probably do it. I think Mike's going to do it to his channel if possible. We're going to stream mini golf in real life. That should be great. I'm really hoping that we get it sorted out. We've got big plans. Oh dear, Taurex should definitely be making a save here. It's a decent shot by Paschy, but there really isn't much power on it. He just side flips into the ball instead of front flipping, so he doesn't get the power hit, and then Taurex is just completely out of position. Too far forward in the net. He should be off. He should be behind the line there. Marky versus Paschy one day? Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely hoping that we can make that happen. I'm not sure. Maybe we can make that happen today. I don't know how long Paschy wants to stay around. I'm gonna let these guys play as many games as they want to. So these guys are very, very close. It's very interesting to watch them play. Oh, what a save! Paschy actually rolling it up the post. If he didn't get that rolled up the post, Taurex would have had the rebound. Taurex can't recover and get it in either. No way. Paschy's going to escape with murder here. Taurex saying, okay. Taurex probably feels like he should have scored right there. And he's not wrong. And now he's actually down a goal from 4-3 to 5-2 in the blink of an eye. Taurex, not the best challenge here. He is trying to challenge earlier. Mom Spaghetti, says Taurex in the chat. But yeah, Taurex, he definitely is trying to challenge earlier because he realizes that he's shadowing too much. He's giving Paschy too much space to do what he wants on the pitch. So he's making a bit of a playstyle change, which kind of shows you how good these players are, that they can just change their playstyle mid-game, not just mid-series, but in the middle of a game. But yeah, I'm saying 4-3 from 4-3 to 5-2 because Taurex will really feel like he should have made that 4-3 and then we would have had a kickoff goal or a kickoff to have to decide the next possession. But instead, he missed the goal, which meant that he didn't get the 4-3, and then he lost the goal immediately afterwards, which made it 5-2. So that's what I mean. It's like I call it a 2-goal miss. Oh, that's a great redirect by Taurex. Paschy didn't think he was going to get this one from the angle. I don't think Paschy could do anything about it either way. The most clear example of a 2-goal miss is when somebody really hits the post really hard. Paschy again just really quick and reliable up in the air, more reliable than Taurex is. That's the second goal this game from an aerial. Taurex needs to be quicker and more on point with his aerial battles, or he's going to keep losing goals to this. Paschy, very solid in that regard. But like I was saying, a 2-goal miss, most obvious example, when one player smashes the post really hard instead of scoring into an open net, and then the other player just scores in the counter attack. That's a 2-goal miss because the player who hit the post will probably feel, oh, I should probably just score into the open net instead of missing that one. It looks like Paschy's going to equalize the series though. Both these guys trading blow for blow. Like the heavyweights that they are. Very interesting 1v1 styles. Oh, Taurex nearly with the own goal. What up, Jesse? How you doing, man? That's a decent try by Taurex. If he wanted to get a goal from that off the wall flight path, Paschy's trying to do the same thing. Best way to do it is either hit the ball right after the bounce or make the ball bounce on your car, not hit the ball as it bounces, because if you hit the ball as it bounces, it'll just start rolling, and a rolling ball is much easier to defend than a bouncing ball. Why am I bullying Scrub? I'm not bullying Scrub. It's a good game. We're at 2 all-in games now, very close series. Paschy with just the stare. The 100-yard stare from Paschy on the celebration.